You know, I don't even know what to say. You know, we've seen a lot of annoying Amberlynn Reid personalities over the years, but this is by far the worst. 100%, this is the worst. What's going on, you unauthentic Crusaders? Crusader Actual here. Look guys, it's been a crazy last week in the Amberverse. There's been a lot of things going on, a lot of crazy things. But it's not the first time these things have happened, but it's always fun to know when it does. All the subreddits of Amberlynn Reid have been taken down. Even new ones have been taken down. Kiwi Farms has been taken down. And I know Amber's probably sitting at her standing desk, cackling and being happy about it, but really, let's be honest. Reddit and Kiwi Farms especially are what we call in the business hard targets, right? Those are targets that are easy to take down, doesn't take a lot of effort, they're high profile, have a lot of visibility. It's easy, right? And I'll say, like, Kiwi Farms is a pretty rough place. You know, it's only a matter of time before something like that happened. I'm sure they'll be back up at some point. Reddit too, you know, there's nasty comments that happen on Reddit that sometimes kind of push the boundaries and say some pretty horrible things, but to be fair, Amberlynn Reid's not the nicest person. But depending on the comments and the severity of them, sometimes those aren't necessary. So you know, so much reporting, I'm sure it's pretty easy to get stuff taken down like that. So I'm really not impressed. You know, and I received some hot intelligence reporting. One of our fellow Crusaders gave me a heads up on a lot of this stuff. And now, of course, she's talking about coming after reaction channels too. In which all I can say for that is, like, please do it. Like, try to. I assume Amberlynn Reid's already on the naughty list for trying to copyright strike multiple pages, especially after the whole apathetic facts drama and stuff like that. Too probably doesn't look too kindly on her. You know, and sure, she might remove some channels' monetization here and there, but she's never gonna completely take down a channel. There's no way. No one's violating any terms of service. I mean, honestly, if anything, I think Amberlynn Reid violates most terms of service and, you know, completely abuses the copyright claim system, but that's neither here nor there. But now that we're all caught up, right, it's been about a week since our girl released a video. You know, I was getting kind of worried. I started wondering to myself, what else does a 500-pound person do all day if they're not making YouTube videos? And I know she needs that YouTube money. She's got nothing else going on unless she's living off Jade or Wifey, my girlfriend, Alex, whatever you want to call her. Oh man, she's going to ban me for saying Wifey. She said no more Wifey. But sure enough, she's back. You know, I was very excited to do a retro video today, and then I see this video, and it's bad. It's really annoying. Whatever personality she adopted is way worse than anything else she's had before. But guess what? She's rebranding yet again. We haven't seen this before. Certainly didn't happen like a month or so ago with my last video right here. So yeah, she's rebranding again and using all the jokes that the community made over the years because she can't make any up herself and she's not that creative. Alright, but we're about to hop into her newest video. We'll talk about it in a second. Give me a second to thank my noble knights, as usual. We got Amy E, Jennifer Carl, Skullcap, Smallest Dab, Thirsty Mango, Esther Chancellor, Lilith, B Rivers, Penny Royalties, Honey, and Elizabeth W. So thank you again for all your support to the channel. And before we get started, consider subscribing to the channel, or liking the video, or commenting, because I appreciate the algorithm, and I need attention to validate my existence on this planet. Anyway guys, let's get into this shit show, I mean very well thought out YouTube video that Amberlynn Reid graced us with. Alright, so this video was released on September 6th of 2022. It's called How She Proposed, Wifey Taking Down Subreddits, and Beginning a Foster Care Experience, which she said she wasn't going to talk about. And this, I guess, is the start of a new season of the Amberverse, or new, whatever you want to call it, but it's called So Raw, Episode 1. Wow, great, how creative. Thank you, Amber. I'd rather we just do 500-pound girl again. Gah. Ugh.
Hey guys. So welcome to So Raw. So this is a new segment.
Thank God my camera's in the perfect placement. Your guys' precious eyeballs won't read the horrible F slur that she wrote there. How inconsiderate. Who says fuck all the time like that?
I don't know. It's like a wannabe podcast, but it's like not a podcast.
Yeah, because I mean, podcasts typically have, you know, sometimes, yeah, for the most part, sometimes intellectual people that can actually carry conversations and have real discussions about some things, which I think, you know, Amber's completely inept at doing.
It's like a podcast if you bought it on Wish. So the reason why I chose So Raw as...
Oh yeah, please tell us, because we have no idea where you could have gotten So Raw from.
The title is because of this video clip. This video is so raw, you guys. Fuck. This is one of my most famous quotes. You guys have quoted me for years now on YouTube, and that's one of the ones that is a popular one, or obviously a situation type deal, or the fact that I say moment a lot, and books is good for the brain, which is honestly one of my favorites, or mental things is scary, you know, just some other.
Didn't she get mad at us for making a meme out of that? I mean, by us, I mean you guys. It's your guys' fault, not mine. But yeah, isn't she like not happy? Now she's using it as part of her freaking inside jokes. Like, okay, girl, whatever.
But so raw. This content is going to be so raw. This is me spilling tea I've never spilled before. It's just like random topics, advice, questions.
Yeah, because I really would like advice from Amberlynn Reid, who has done nothing with her life but sits in a house for, well, 24 hours a day.
Opinions, my take on things, like news.
I swear, if one of you assholes asks her about her political views, I'm going to freak out. Listening to Amber talk about political things, because I don't give a shit what your political affiliation is. Just listening to her talk about stuff that she has no idea about is draining. It's very draining.
Literally everything and anything. So,
okay, let's keep that in mind. She says we can talk about anything and everything. Everything's up for discussion. Let's see if that holds true, because I guarantee you it won't.
If you want to give me topics to talk about, go to my Instagram. I do have a new Instagram username. I know a lot of people thought that I just...
Oh, it's Velvet and Honey. Fuck off.
I deleted my Instagram. I did not. I just changed my username. So my username is velvet.and.honey. Velvet and Honey. So you can go there, DM...
So quirky. She's quirky, guys. You wouldn't understand.
Everybody. So why Velvet and Honey? That is a question that I have gotten. And it's just simply for aesthetic. I thought of a few other ones. Blake and Honey. I just love the word honey.
Why?
It's just like an aesthetic word. It's pretty. I don't know if you guys know the song, but I like my girls like I like my honey. You know, sweet, selfish. So...
I mean, I agree with the selfish part. Sweet, you're kind of an asshole, dude. Like, I don't know, dog. It's not a good look. I like narcissistic goddess, you know, because at least she played into that one.
No rhyme and reason, simply just aesthetic reason.
Velvet and Honey's trying way too hard.
Into is, how did your ex propose to you? So I do want to say that during my time doing So Raw, I will be talking about my past experiences. I am a human being with experiences, as is everyone.
Thank you for validating me and telling me that I too also live on this earth. You're not the only one. But I think sometimes she forgets that, but I'm glad she's validating us.
And I don't want to shy away from things that I've been through just because someone else was involved. That's silly.
Well, that's never stopped her before.
That's not only silencing me, but it's taking away my human experiences.
Dude, how many times can you contradict yourself and be a hypocrite in like one sentence? Holy shit.
I don't care who was involved. I'm not shading anyone. I'm just talking about an experience where I was engaged. I've actually been engaged twice. The first time was when I was 17. So I don't even know if that really counts. We can maybe talk about that some other time.
So you notice too how she kept looking to the side and looking away from the camera. To my knowledge, I have not heard her mention that she was engaged before 17, and I can almost guarantee you, high certainty, that she would bring this up with like any time she brought up engagement with Becky or anything like that, or when she was joking about being engaged to Alex, wifey Jade, my girlfriend, wifey, wife, whatever you want to call her. She would have brought it up. She would have said at some point. So I think that's a lie.
You're lying, Morgan.
Just about almost 2 years ago, I was engaged. And I kind of want to share how I got proposed to, because it's rather unique, if you will. So everyone has dreams of...
I hate how she says, if you will. It's just her use of it is weird.
How they want their partner to propose to them. I know I do. I'm very vocal about it as well. I feel like if you have a certain dream, or if you have like a certain ring that you want, or a way that you want to be proposed to, let your partner know. If they do it, that's great. They listen to you. If they don't, well, that sucks.
What do you mean? I'm gonna share something very personal with y'all, because like this is dumb. This argument pisses me off, because it's like, who cares, dude? Like, if you actually care about the person and you love each other very much, like, who gives a shit how you propose? Or like, who gives a shit what the ring looks like? Like, to me, these are very surface level things that do not create like a strong relationship. That doesn't mean anything, right? Like, ultimately how you feel about each other is what matters the most. It doesn't matter about these like materialistic things. Dude, so when I proposed to my wife, right, this was a couple years ago, we were doing it in another state, doing like this big mountain hike, and I kind of started at the top of this mountain, but my ring, there's a whole bunch of things wrong that happened. There's a big storm that came through where my ring was being made, and the jeweler lost power, couldn't make it in time, so they were going to mail it to me so I could get it, just because that's how the timing lined up. But it didn't get there in time for the proposal. So I had to propose with a ring pop, dude. Which it was very cute. And then like right the next day we're able to like get the ring from the post office, and I could give it to her. But it's just one of those things. Like, we didn't care. Like, the ring didn't matter. The ring's very beautiful that she has. Like, really, I think very beautiful. I designed it. But like, who cares about that stuff though? Like, she would have probably been just as happy with that ring pop. You know, since we actually love each other and like care about each other more than materialistic things, she probably would have just been happy with the ring pop, to be honest. She probably wouldn't have cared. But Amber's not that way, of course. So, clearly.
About how I want it to happen. Like, I want it to be personal. I don't like no public proposals. As sweet and as claiming as that is, like, you're literally letting everyone know, like, this is my woman. Like, I love that, but I'm also super shy, and I know it's hard to believe, but I don't like the attention on me. I actually kind of hate it, which is hard to believe because I am a YouTuber, but I promise.
Well, and that you bring attention to every little thing in your life, like, geez, like the ankle sprain, for God's sakes.
Your girl does not want no public proposal, but I do want it to be romantic. Like, you know, some petals, some candles, some beautiful music.
Cliche, but whatever.
Like, I want to be looking good, maybe right after a date night, or
wearing her best torrid dress, sure.
You know, just like super romantic. I'm talking like so cheesy that we're just both pepper jack cheese. Like,
that was stupid. You're not funny. But also, romantic is like a very subjective thing. That means different things to different people. Everyone has a different idea of what romantic is.
Living our best life.
But I know Amber doesn't know how to think creatively, even though she claims to be a writer and stuff. So this is her being creative and like thinking really hard about how she wants to be proposed to, and it's just the most cliche shit you could think of. But good for her. I hope she gets that.
Like, I want
to each their own.
I want things that you see in stupid romantic movies. Like, that's what I want.
Sure, to each their own.
Proposed to. I was sitting in the living room.
Her stupid little is so annoying. Like, she's trying to upplay. Like, I don't want no shade, but when she's about some shade related shit, she does that stupid little
It was about 2 a.m. and I was in a muumuu. I was like actual grandma chic. I had my floral muumuu on.
Oh yeah, during that era though, that is what she wore. She wore muumuus all the time during the Becky era, dude. Like, yeah, that was her dress to impress. That was her Sunday church outfit, if you will. And see, I can say if you will too. I know how to use that.
I think I showered that day. I can't tell you what I was doing. Probably binge watching some YouTube moment. Who knows? And I remember it being January 13th because my partner thought that she wanted to change that day for me because years prior, that's a day that I got broken up on, like where my heart broke. So she wanted to change that day for me into something special, which I get where your mind frame's at. It's a good mind.
Your mind frame. She said it again. Jesus, goodness gracious.
But it's also kind of weird, all in the same. Your heart was in a good place, but it was in a place that I don't know. It was just weird.
Okay, write it down, folks. If you're going to propose to Amberlynn Reid, make sure you give her every little detail so she can approve of it step by step and make sure you're good to go. Gotta check those boxes.
Okay, so I'm in my muumuu, not showered, hair greasy as per usual. And all of a sudden, like, she comes out, like, she's also in her pajamas, like, just living her best life. We both got the greasy hair, just living our actual separate lives in the same home. I don't know. There was definitely a disconnect, especially when she walked out of the bedroom with something in her hand, and it was like this clear box, and it was small, and I could tell something was in it, and she just sat down across from me and handed it to me, and I looked at it. You guys, this is embarrassing, but it's like an actual true situation type deal. It was a tiny pink vibrator with a engagement ring wrapped around it. Like, it was like, say this is the vibrator, it was like on it, like that.
I wish y'all could see the face I'm making right now. I'm just like, have this like frown on my face, just like a concerned frown, just very confused.
And she looked at me and said, "Will you have sex with me for the rest of my life?"
Well, I thought they didn't have sex in their relationship.
And I said yes.
Of course.
We hadn't had sex. We had sex one time in the last like 3 years. So it was a definite, I don't know. It was very...
I mean, Becky really should have said, "Can I be your caretaker for the rest of your life?"
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Very like disconnected. I don't know, but that's how it was proposed to. I know a lot of people...
I mean, whatever, dude. Like, it's not conventional by any means, but hey, there's some thought put into there. She put some thought into it. Come on. I think that's better than, "Oh, I want some rose petals and, all this bullshit." Like, I mean, I think that's creative. Whatever. Good on Becky. Good on Becky.
I've been asking about that. I thought
If it's all true.
I thought we actually both shared it before in like a past live stream. But maybe not. And I know not everyone sat through those live streams because that was like a whole different...
They were insufferable, yeah.
...era that was like super boring. But the question...
Well, like every era.
...is answered. And I will say, everything comes from a good heart. I like to believe that. But just because something comes from a good heart doesn't mean it's not awkward. Okay, so here we have an advice column asking Amberlynn, advice with Amberlynn, because
oh my God.
I have all the advice.
Please.
I am very much the type of person, do as I say, not as I do. The advice that someone needs from me.
My teacher and I have been talking on Snapchat. Oh God, dude, what sort of advice is Amberlynn Reid going to give about this? Like,
my teacher on Snapchat. Technically, it's my professor. I had this professor last year, and we were flirty then, and I thought that was it. Until I found out I had them again this semester, and we picked things right back up. This time on Snapchat. I'm 21, and she's 45. Sure, it's unethical, and I didn't find anything too wrong with it until I found out she's married. Help. Y'all.
Well, don't engage with it then if she's married, and I don't know. That seems like a no-brainer. Why would you go to Amberlynn Reid for this advice? Like, I don't care what two consenting adults do, but if you're worried about the moral part of it, like, who cares? Don't do it then. Just don't. Plenty of other people.
Y'all, okay, let's just digest this. 21 and 45, that's a huge age gap.
Sure.
Like, gigantic. But you both can drink alcohol legally. You guys are both...
What does that have? Okay.
Adults. So I'm just gonna digress away from that because
digress,
I'm not gonna sit here and judge people. As long as you're legal, then I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna step into that territory. I will say that's a little cray-cray, but it sounds a lot like Leonardo DiCaprio moment. But she's your...
What is that in reference to the, oh no, don't turn 25?
Professor? So I'm going to go ahead and assume that not only, like you said, that's unethical, but she can get fired, which I think that she should, because I don't think that students and professors should ever have that type of intimate relationship, because that just gets messy. Especially like it's college, bro. Like if you...
Yeah, remember when Amber went to college? Oh wait. Me neither. It's college, bro. Like, who says that? What's she trying to do? She's trying so hard. This is why I go back to the unauthentic Crusaders. Like, this is the most unauthentic I've ever seen Amberlynn Reid, I think. Like, this is cringe.
If you're falling in love with a student, you're not going to want to grade them bad on their homework, like, or their work or anything like that. I feel like it's just going to be super messy.
Man, Amberlynn Reid's just hitting these points, dude. Just really hitting them.
They're married. I don't fuck with no cheaters. Like, they're actually married. So I think that you honestly, like, on a moral basis here, you need to talk to the head of the college.
She's trying so hard, dude. She's trying so hard.
Let them know.
This is
Save
awesome.
Snapchats. Show them what your professor is doing, because it's not right. It's not okay, because are you the first person they've done this to? Is this something that they do all the time? They choose like their little favorite and they start like grooming them. It becomes rocky territory when you're with someone who has like this higher power over you. It's rocky, y'all. Like, that's literally moral of the story. You need to stop talking to them. I'm like acting like your mother. Stop talking to them. I'm gonna take your phone away. No, it's pretty simple. They're married. They're your professor. Go to the authorities. You might think they're fine wine, but they deserve prison time. Okay, not really. So I have...
That was a lot of cringe. Why are people asking her for advice? Please don't do that. Please, if you watch my channel, please don't ask Amberlynn Reid for advice.
Been asked
don't ask me for advice.
To talk about my foster care experience. And honestly, I have tried so hard to like do whole videos dedicated to that.
I thought she didn't want to talk about this.
It would take a lifetime. A lot happened during my whole foster care era, but I feel like to maybe work my way up to talking a little more about it, we'll talk about the first few...
Story time. First few hours taken from parents.
Hours after I was taken from my parents. So I was in elementary school. I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I remember getting called into the office. I do want to say, before I share the story, that a lot... there's like holes. It's like Swiss cheese, okay? The cheese is the story.
Oh, that's just from the lack of you using your brain all these years, but sure.
The experience and the memories. But
or just all the lies you're about to try and make up.
There's like holes. Obviously, I was young, going through traumatic experiences. So I'm only going to be able to share what I actually remember. There's going to be a lot that I leave out, obviously. So I get called into the office, and there's a police officer there. And I was like, okay, this is weird. And they also called in my brother. So at the time, I had 2 brothers. I had a brother who is a year younger than me. So he was going to the same elementary school as I was. So that's why he was also called into the office. And then I had a baby brother who was about 1 year old, maybe a little younger than that. So me and my brother get put in this cop car. I don't remember many things being explained at that point, but we were put in the cop car, and next I know, we have my little brother. I don't remember how we got him, because I know we didn't go by obviously our home, which was a trailer, run down, moldy, wholly drug infested, just disgusting trailer. Like, that's putting it lightly. Like, the dirtiest thing you can imagine that like 20 times more.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Well, Amber's experiences are always way worse than anyone else's. But yeah.
We're in the cop car, and we have me and my brothers, and next thing you know, we come to this like huge house, and my baby brother's getting taken. It was so sad. I remember a woman with short hair standing at the doorway. Me and my brother were allowed to go and say bye. I was so like confused. I remember a lot of tears. My brother didn't really cry. I think he was more so just like shocked by what was happening. And then they end up taking us to the police station, where I just remember sitting there for hours. And I think they tried to explain to us what was happening, how they're gonna take us to a children's shelter, how my baby brother was in like this foster home. I guess the children's shelter didn't take babies. I think like the youngest that they took was maybe like 4 or 5 from what I remember. And I was sitting here like 8 or 9. My brother was a year younger than I was. We're sitting at this police station. I honestly don't know why. And then we get dropped off at this big building. We see like all these random staff. And they're like asking us questions. Like, there's so many questions and so much paperwork. I'm like, me and my brother are young. Why are you asking us? Like it was just so traumatic. Like, we just got taken from my parents, and I'm over here like bawling my eyes out. My brother's just like traumatic, like stone cold face. And then they separate us because Boy hall and girl hall was obviously separated. Preteens and teens did come together like during the day, but when it came to like showers and like bedrooms, obviously the boys and girls were separated. So when me and my brother were separated, I thought I was never gonna see him again. Like, I was so scared. But what they did was they had this like sheet, this paper of like someone's body, and I had to, I don't know like what my brother went through, I'm pretty sure he had to go through the same thing. I had to get completely naked in the shower. They had to look all over my body. They had to write down if I had any marks anywhere, etc., etc. And now that I think about it now, it seems very weird. I feel like as the woman that I am now, I would have declined, but I feel like if I would have declined, I would have gotten in trouble, because while living in the children's shelter, like, you had to do everything that you're told to do. They had like a point system, and you got points for doing what they told you to do.
Is this really what, like, has anyone in the comments like been a part of foster care before? Is it actually like this? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I want to cut this out just because like don't have a lot to say, because like I don't know the experience, and on the off chance that Amberlynn Reid's telling the complete truth here, I don't want to not validate it, you know what I mean? So I'm just interested to hear from y'all what y'all think, or if any of y'all have had personal experience with this, what if that's actually what it's like.
And then if you declined, you got like negative points, which put you in a negative, like, you didn't get to do like games or go on outings and stuff like that. It was like a P+, P- system. Privilege plus means that you got the right amount of points that day and you got to do all the good things. P- means your privilege negative, which means you don't get to do the fun stuff or anything like that. Which, what?
Oh, I know.
Every day we lived our life based off of these points.
Yeah, I know,
like,
but we're watching Amberlynn Reid.
As human beings, was just point system. So after they checked my body and all of that, I had to shower. They found that I had head lice. Obviously, I had head lice. I had head lice for majority of my childhood.
Yes, show your butthole to the camera. That is what they want.
I went to the children's shelter, and they did the craziest like thing to my hair that I have not had. I have stutters. I have not had head lice since then. And when I tell you, my parents tried to get rid of my head lice multiple times and it never worked.
He's making biscuits on me right now.
So whatever they
He's
did,
pushing me away.
Love that for them. So after I took the shower, they did the head lice treatment. It was actually dinner time by that point, and that's when I got to meet all of the other kids, and that is when I got to meet the preteens, which was 12 and under, and then once you reached 13, you got to go with the teens, and I think that's where we're gonna end it there. So it was just traumatic. I was confused. It wasn't until later on, like a few days later, where I started to understand what was really happening. But we can maybe talk about that some other time. But yeah, that was the first few hours.
You see his legs?
I actually remember.
His legs just all over the place.
Like Trisha Paytas, and what is?
Oh, finally some real content.
Now, so I don't know if you guys know, but I used to be Trisha Paytas stan. Like, I was obsessed with her. I bought all her books, anything that she was.
What does that mean?
Doing, I would watch, I would read, I would buy. I don't know what it was, but I was like.
Yeah, because Trisha Paytas is definitely like a role model people should probably follow too, right? Like, goodness.
Obsessed. Then Frenemies happened. When I tell you Frenemies was one of the most entertaining things that I have ever seen, I'm not
really.
Frenemies,
that's the most entertaining thing you've ever seen.
Like, so iconic. But it made me see Trisha Paytas in a completely different light. The things that she would do, the things that she would say, the things that she would lie about, the gaslighting, the way that she treated Ethan.
Wow. Wow. Can we draw a lot of comparisons right here? Like, holy crap, does she listen to herself when she talks about this stuff? Like, this is all stuff Amber did. No wonder where she got it from. She started learning it all from Trisha Paytas, I guess.
Changed my opinion about her. I don't think that she is a good, genuine person, and that's just how I.
That's the pot calling the kettle black. Goodness gracious.
Based on Frenemies.
Holy crap.
Frenemies, I completely stopped watching Trisha Paytas. I am no longer subscribed to her. I don't watch her.
That'll show her.
She's pregnant, and obviously, I wish nothing but health for her and her family and her
It's alright, Amber. I wish nothing but health for you too.
baby. I'm
Whatever
really
that
happy for her
means.
because I know that having children has always been hard for her, and the fact that she found someone who loves her unconditionally, or I'd like to hope so. That's hard for me to say because I know that she has abused him physically, and I'm pretty sure mentally and emotionally as well. It's just hard for me to...
Some big allegations, though. I would be throwing some allegedly's there, but it might be founded. I don't know. I don't keep up with Trisha Paytas. Do I look like a Trisha Paytas fan?
It's hard. Like, Frenemies brought out her true colors, in my opinion, and I thought...
Yeah, just like the last couple of years for Amberlynn Reid have really shown her true colors as well.
Frenemies was gonna help people see her in a better light, but I feel like it obviously did the opposite effect. I feel like Trisha Paytas gets away with literally everything bad and disgusting and racist and homophobic.
So she doesn't. Like, I think YouTube just does a horrible job at, like, really keeping those kind of content creators down and, like, suppressing them, right? Like, you can say... I feel like people can say whatever the hell they want on YouTube, but the second you, like, copyright music or do something crazy like that, well, in terms of YouTube, that's crazy, then that's when they step in and start beating people down. But, like... Yeah, I mean, she has a point. I'll agree with Amberlynn Reid here, that, like, Trisha Paytas has gotten away with a lot of crazy stuff on YouTube, and it's, like, fine. She still makes a lot of money off of YouTube and, like, sponsorships, if she still gets them. I don't know. But also, too, like, we, the viewer, right, are not stupid. Like, they don't let her get away with it. People still, I'm sure I could go to a Trisha Paytas comment section and still see people blowing her up about the bad stuff she's done. Same thing with Amberlynn Reid. Like, if you do dumb shit, the audience is going to hold you accountable. YouTube might not, but the audience will.
Mental illness shaming, body shaming. She gets away with everything. And I am not going to support someone who makes me feel like just kind of in a bad headspace. Like,
yeah, bad mind frame.
She has said so many things that has actually made me angry that I can't do it anymore. I try not to, like, talk about it because, like, I don't want her... Because I know that she has watched me in the past. Highly doubt I'm on her mind anymore.
That's what this is all about.
I don't want her to take my opinions and, like... I don't know. I don't like expressing when I don't like someone. I personally feel...
Yeah, but has continuously done that with Becky over the last year. Has continuously done that with, like, Destiny. Like, any grievance she's had with people, she's done. She's dragged apathetic facts and, like, talked shit about them, or, like, other reaction channels or other compilation channels. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Shut the fuck up with that, dog. Like, that's, gross.
For it. I feel guilty. I feel like I should be sorry I don't like you. Oh my god, do you need me to, like, buy you a meal? Do you want me to buy you a new purse? Like, I am that type of person. I feel bad when I just, like...
I don't even know what to say, dude. That was stupid. That was actually stupid.
I like to give people benefit of the doubt.
Sure, yeah, that's not a lie.
I can't. I'm sorry. So, next segment is random fact of the day.
Oh, God. Let's see what quirky stuff our girl comes up with.
I personally love random facts. I have this cute little buck. It is true facts that sound like bullshit. I love bullshit. So,
considering, like, 90% of the stuff that comes out of Amberlynn Reid's mouth is bullshit, then, yeah, makes sense.
I've already told you in a past video the first fact on here, which was hippopotamus sweat is pink. Excuse me, ma'am? Like, okay.
Why is there... Ma'am? Excuse me?
So, the next one is kangaroos perform adoptions. Okay. Humans aren't the only species to perform adoptions. Kangaroos have been known to accidentally abandon their young, only to have them raised by other kangaroos. Sometimes kangaroos even voluntarily swap babies.
There you go, Amber. Come on.
Can you imagine swapping your baby? You're like, actually, I'd rather have that baby.
Hey. We're here. We're human beings. We're not animals, Amber. I know you eat like an animal, but we still are human beings. Like, come on.
Female with brown eyes over male with blue eyes. So, can we swap? Can you imagine? Ma'am. Kangaroos Love, you're young.
Okay, I feel like this might happen in other countries. I mean, we don't know other people's cultures. It might be culturally acceptable to do that somewhere else around the world, Amber. There's other places outside of the United States of America. Did you know? There's other states outside of Kentucky, too.
Okay, you guys, we can't have a so raw wannabe pop.
Okay, so we got 2 random facts of the day, but are they only going to be animal facts now? Are we just getting animal facts now for these videos?
Podcast from wish.com without some rumors.
There's that joke again.
So this first rumor is Amberlynn is suing her city for the fall.
Well, I thought the allegation was the apartment complex, not necessarily the city, but...
So, I don't and won't be talking about my ankle or anything to do with that.
Because it was a
Whether
sprain,
it's
yeah.
healing or it's not healing, how I'm doing, what appointments I have. We ain't doing it here.
Yeah, because it's a sprain and it wasn't that severe. Uh-huh.
But there is a rumor that I am suing the city I live in because I fell. Is that even a thing? I didn't even know that was a thing. So no, Amberlynn is not suing the city for falling. There is a cat. Hi. Oh, you babies.
God, I was going to say, the second she starts doing her dumbass voice...
I gotta go talk to my lawyer because I'm suing the city. Are you...
I hate this Amberlynn... I shouldn't say hate. I strongly dislike this version of Amberlynn Reid. This is my least favorite personality of Amber.
You come with me? You coming with? We're gonna go make that money. Y'all, I'm not...
Yeah, I mean, she sure needs it. She's not really making that much anymore.
Not suing the city. Even Rarity's like, y'all, this is so dumb. Like, what do you mean?
Rarity doesn't even, like, Rarity's just like, I just want some attention for once in this freaking household.
No, I have no reason to sue the city. I was not paying attention. I was walking, vlogging, you know, living my best life.
Yeah, walking and vlogging. Yeah, with 5 E's on the end of each of those.
5 foot went in a whole situation type deal. That has nothing to do with the city and everything to do with me. I don't sue people. I've never sewn people. I've never sued.
I can't watch this. This is
I
painful.
won't sue someone unless you're mean to my cat. I'm gonna sue you for animal abuse.
She does that on her own without third parties getting involved, so I think you got that one covered, Amber. Allegedly, excuse me.
y'all.
No, it's not even allegedly. We saw it in other videos. Fuck you.
Didn't happen, won't happen. The rumors y'all come up with, huh? So the second rumor, of course, there's another rumor. I was gonna try to do just one rumor per So Raw.
Well, thank you.
But there's another one that's going kind of.
We're gonna talk about Reddit?
Amberlynn
Yeah.
and or wifey got the subreddits taken down.
So first of all, it's my girlfriend. Do not call her wifey or you'll get banned.
You guys, I have been on Reddit maybe 3 times
Okay.
my whole life. Once was to read something about me. The 2 other times was to look up the hashtag 1500 is enough or is plenty. I don't even remember. Which is like people who just eat 1500 calories and they like talk about it or whatever. And my friend told me about it, so I looked it up and I was like super obsessed. So I spent like 2 hours one day just like never went on there again. Maybe one other time.
I doubt it, dude. Look, I go on the Amberlynn Reddit page to boost my own ego. I'm not ashamed to say that. What's wrong with saying that, dude? Like, why can't she just be like, yeah, I like going on the subreddit because I want to read what people are saying about me. That's the only reason I go to the Amberlynn Reid subreddit. It's because I like to see what people are saying about Crusader Actual. And that'll kind of determine, like, if I need to go cry alone in the closet for, like, 20 minutes or, like, you know, brag to my wife and be like, hey, look what these people said. They think I'm cool. You know? It's all about that
I
self-validation.
only ever went on subreddit, my subreddit, like once. So, no, wasn't me. Wasn't wifey. I could fucking care less.
See, I told you guys, like, in my last Amber video that she'll say fuck a lot when she's lying. She never says it unless she's, like, trying to really play up something or lie about it. There it is. She cares. She called her wifey. She said not to call wifey. She needs to ban herself. It's my girlfriend.
The fact that this continuously happens, where you guys come at me for a subreddit being taken down about me, when I had nothing to do with it.
Then who is it? The loyal Am babies? Like, they're not gonna do it. Really, probably not. Like, you got, like, a couple fighters for you against the whole freaking army of people.
It goes to show that you are bullying. What you are doing in that subreddit is not okay.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
See, she knows. She goes to it all the time.
It is harassment. It is doxing.
It's not.
It
Not.
is
Doxing. You doxed wifey yourself, you moron.
bullying. It is gross. It is clearly not allowed on Reddit.com. Same goes with Kiwi Farms.
Okay, so she did do it. Was that just like basically an admission that she did it? Like, she got very specific about everything there. If she was just like, I don't know, I don't care, I don't really go on it, that's all I know about it, and left it at that would be a little more believable than this whole like narcissistic rant she just went on about like how horrible it is and everything and blah blah blah. Well, mainly because it's targeting her. That's all she cares about. She doesn't care if it's anyone else.
That has been taken down. Why? Well, I looked it up, and it's because it is actual bullying. It can hurt people. There is doxing. It is harassment.
You doxed wifey yourself.
Are you guys delusional? Are you delusional?
You are delusional, you stupid idiot, dude. Like, this woman has zero self-awareness about any of the stupid shit that she spews constantly. Like, I shouldn't even let it fire me up at this point, but I cannot stand hypocrites and people that are lack so much self-awareness that they don't understand how truly shitty they are. Do you think, Amber, honestly, do you think if you were actually a good person and like had actually good intentions with everything you did, that these sites would exist? No, they fucking wouldn't. It's because you're a shitty human being. We're talking over all these years that you've done X, Y, and Z, and however many other alphabet that we need to include on this to really cover the fucking list of the stuff that you've done over the years. I've talked about repeatedly. The community talks about repeatedly. This is why you're hated for these things, you stupid moron. No one cares about your fucking weight. It doesn't matter. It matters that you're a shitty person to your core with everything that you've done. That's why your viewers have gone down. That's why there's so much hate, as you call it, or criticism, as most people would call it, against you. Because you're an insufferable, shitty human being. That's really it. It's not rocket science.
So no, it wasn't me. It wasn't Lincoln.
It was you. You're a fucking moron. Shut the fuck up.
It was a higher power. Okay, I'm not talking about God or the universe or
yeah, she doesn't believe in that.
freaking Buddha. I'm just talking about it's higher. It's someone bigger. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. So...
Well, animal abuse shouldn't be allowed, but it's still on freaking YouTube. Like, from the video of you throwing wasabi behind your back and Destiny smacking your roommate's dog. How about that, you piece of shit?
Maybe you should look at your actions?
She's an idiot, dude. I don't know what else to say. She's an idiot. She's an idiot. To her core. One of the dumbest human beings I've ever seen. Oh. Sorry about banging that. That actually pissed me off.
Next segment is called Bad Choices, because you know we've all had them. We all make bad choices.
Yeah, you existing on YouTube for the last 9 years is a bad choice on your end and a bad choice on YouTube for allowing.
So I figured, per episode, I would answer 3 of these bad choices. I do have some other cards in here. We have a truth or drink card. And we also have these 141 outrageous questions, conversation starters. But we're just going to stick with the bad choices. I think that this could be fun. It could add a little oomph. Because some of these questions, y'all... Like,
did you hear that? Do you hear that? Grayson's fired up more than I am. Those are some... interesting yowls. What's going on, bud? What is it, buddy?
Don't you ignore me.
What I'm seeing now, I don't know. Am I actually going to answer these? Alright, so I'm just going to choose like a random
fucking moron.
3. So 1. This is not what we're doing here. 2. And 3. Okay.
It's starting to rain.
Have you ever played strip poker? I actually never have played strip poker, and I don't think I ever will.
Okay.
I don't like my body. I don't want anyone seeing my body. Would you pose as a nude model for an art class? Again.
Are all these questions about being naked, dude? I don't care.
Don't like my body. I don't want people seeing my body. But I will say, I would love to see someone my size do that, because every time I've ever seen like nude modeling for art, it's always like someone who's just like beautifully sculpted.
There's plenty of plus size models that do this. Are you do you live under a rock, dude? Like, leave Kentucky, leave your house every once in a while and see things. Like, or just do a search on the internet. Go somewhere else than the Amberlynn Reid Reddit page for once. I'm sure you could find plus size models that pose nude for art.
I think we need to see someone a little more like me next time. Last one. Have you given out a fake...
I'm not even gonna comment. It doesn't matter, dude. She's so dumb. She's such an idiot.
...phone number in the past year? I have not, but I actually recently was telling wifey about...
She said not to call her wifey. What the hell is this? What are these double standards?
A story when I was in high school. There was this guy. Okay, so I grew up a large portion of my life in Petaluma, California, and everyone knows everyone. You see people all the time that you know, that you've seen before. So there was this guy that I ran into 3 different times at 3 different locations. And the first time, he was like, have your number? I gave him the Jenny Craig number. Yes, I did.
Wow, you're so funny, Amber. Wow, cool.
Then I saw him again at the Kmart in the makeup aisle. And it was like a couple weeks later, and he was like, that number wasn't the right one. And I was like, no, I promise it was. And then I ended up just giving him my number, but I switched one number at the end. And then I saw him for a 3rd time, and I said, I don't know. I guess just the numbers aren't working. And he actually believed it. So he was like...
In what world does someone believe anything that Amberlynn Reid says? Like, okay.
Do you have a MySpace? Because back then it was MySpace. And I was like, no, I actually don't. I feel bad telling people I'm not interested in you. So I think that's the only...
Why? That's way less mean. Well, what you did was bullying, technically. That was bullying. That was mean. You just put this guy on a wild goose chase, just doing all this stuff and lying to him. Okay. There's double standards all over the place here. Why not just say you're not interested? Why? It's that easy. You're not hurting people's feelings, maybe temporarily, but it's that's way better than stringing them along. You asshole.
Only time that I have ever given someone the wrong number before, because 9 times out of 10 it's okay, if you want my number, I'll give it, why not? But this person bad vibes, gave me some bad vibes. You could tell that he was the type of guy who asked anyone with 2 legs and a hole for their number, and I was not in it. Well,
if we really want to play that game, everyone's got 2 legs and a hole.
So
if that was her point.
The end of the first episode of So Raw. I don't know. Is this something you guys enjoyed? I know I enjoyed it, so I will be continuing. It is actually going to be every single Tuesday. You guys are going to get one of these, I'm pretty sure. Not sure what time on Tuesday, because I might want to film these on the day of or the day prior, so I'm not sure what time, but it will be Tuesday. And as for the rest of my content, up in the air currently. We're gonna figure it out.
I don't care, dude. I'm done. I don't care. You're stupid. All right, what did you guys think about this new series? This So Raw. It's the most unauthentic version of Amberlynn Reid I think we've seen yet. Garbage content. Cool, we get 1 video a week of her constantly lying and just being just an all-around asshole, dude. That's all I got out of it. Just mean and lying, and who cares, dude? Who cares? I guess me, because I'm making a video on it, but we don't need to talk about it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I got for y'all today. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll see y'all in the next video.